Come on now.
What is it, 5
to 6?
16 to 6.
Who would have thought that?
Harden to the bucket for 2.
Beautiful. And this guy's got a tremendously bright future.
He was in China last year. There's James going to the basket. Count it, and a foul is called. It's a good stop right there. Get a couple of stops going in. Try to score at the other end. James will try it again.
Good.
Not going to cool him off too long if you keep giving him that shot. Left to play, and Harden puts the ball in motion. He steps back and fires. Hits it. You just don't know what to do. Laverne, and the ball is loose. Montrezl Harrell gets it out to James. Harden all the way to the bucket for 2. Now, I wanted him to shoot it.
Might have gotten away with a travel.
Tonight, 3 for 5 from the three-point line.
James Harden now, they're just content to trade buckets with Houston.
Exceptionally well, and we just wish nothing but the best for Steve Kerr and his health. I think a really smart move defensively. Swarming.
Here's Harden. Finally got a 3 to drop and missed his first 5 and was 1 of 10 from the floor. Harden to step back, and that's the shot he was looking for in the opening half.
Awareness, the toughness.
He does so many things well, Jeff.
He got the shot he wanted, too.
James Harden coming right at Whiteside. And tipped in by Harden.
Oh, that might have been on the rim.
Gets the ball in a hurry as Whiteside reaches back, pulls down a second rebound, and is intercepted on the outlet. Harden gets the score, and Whiteside picks up his first foul.
A couple of times last year, played 52 minutes in Orlando the other night.
That's what James Harden needs to do, guys. Get his rhythm.
He had 48 points in Orlando several nights ago. Harden puts up the fall away. Pass off to Ariza down the baseline now, back outside to James. 3 on the shot clock, down to 2. And Harden going downhill.
He's a call for the official. Harden absorbs contact and scores.
Their personalities were and how they were going to fit together. I think he's done a good job here so far with OKC.
And James puts it up and in.
Because all the defenders are in there trying to get the ball, and KD just stayed out there for 3.
James hits a 3. That last shot by Harden was a 2. This one steps back for a 3. So he was just trying to get his range.
Get him the ball.
And so does James.
Got James going one-on-one with Adams, and that works. Harden with 23 points in this game. James with a 3. Lead is seesawed back and forth now by a point. Harden trying to take it to the bucket, and he does. He goes around Westbrook. Westbrook looking around like, I need some help, fellas. You think Watts got all the bases covered?
He got everything covered.
James pulls up at the 3. James Harden is back. Trying to get James open. There it is as Westbrook all over him. 4 on the shot clock. James from the parking lot. Oh, man. You're going to give him wide open looks. That's what's going to happen. And James with hard work going to the basket.
Might have got away with a double dribble.
Horton back outside to James. Gets a good look. Yes.
Giving him more room to operate.
Oh, he banked it in. Shot clock running down to 7 seconds. Jason Terry back to James. James will shoot a 3 and hit. Get a good shot. James to the bucket. James puts it up and in, going downhill. And a timeout taken by Scott Skiles. Shot clock at 7. James draws the foul, and it goes in. Oh, he was trying to get to the free throw line, and the ball went in anyway. Yeah, cook it up.
Off the bench, giving Dwight Howard a break. He can impact the game in similar ways.
Harden on the floor, a little Euro step, little mini Euro step down the lane. Harden answers on the other end to tie the game.
High level and making plays offensively.
Harden fouled, and they're going to count that basket. They're going to call a goaltend.
right before the super secret production move. Harden on the fake. McLemore trying to stick with him, but James Harden buries the baseline J. As he's got so many young guys back there, that's also affecting the defense. Harden, count it. Blocking foul on Sacramento. Absolutely, and we talked about it. If you're Kevin McHale, I'm not worried about James Harden. There's no concerns about James Harden. I'm worried about other guys, but I know the bearded one is going to be just fine.
Blocks and can shoot the free throw for a big man as well. Here's Harden for three, and that's a rare three-pointer for James Harden, just his 10th of the season. 6 to shoot, pass goes behind Caspi. Here's a 3-on-2 for Harden, takes it to the rim. Another basket for James Harden.
Because you're giving them too much of a lead. They haven't earned the right to continue to play through this.
Here's Harden with a hand in his face, drops it down. Off to a fabulous start to this season.
Again,
just the way they ended it.
The champs, and you got to give them credit as Harden knocks down the shot. How many times we've seen championship teams?
The long distance jumper.
But that's good offense. You got a shooter with a wide open shot.
Harden pull up three, all net for James Harden.
Who get him back in the picture out of pick and roll.
Right under the screen, they find Lawson for three. That one won't go, but who else? James Harden there on the weak side. Couple of comebacks already. Harden finds Ariza, 2 to shoot. Harden, and that's a season high for James Harden.
The backup to Austin Rivers here in the absence of Chris Paul, who, of course, played last year. Oh, there's a basket and a foul. Harden gets the bucket. Rivers gets the foul. By Griffin. Now on the switch by Jordan. Fires for three. Bingo.
And that's a rarity this year. Although Harden's been scoring 36 a game the last three. Jay Redick, and that was DJ, not Blake, who made that interior pass.
Crossover, beautiful move, foul. Rivers paying the price. Harden. All right, do the foul, got the bucket. Gonna go for his third. Here's. Steps back, creates space, and knocks down another shot. That's a 2-point Clipper lead. Down to three, quarter about to end. Harden again, in time. Boy, he is something. An 18-point first quarter for James Harden. Double team comes. Shot is short. Harden. Track meet, going to the hole. What a score. The pack with it. Harden for three. Oh, me, oh, my.
It is a good old-fashioned shootout, isn't it? His hands. I would double-team him. You can't do it off Dwight because Dwight will roll for a dunk, but that's too easy.
Harden against Griffin at distance. Shoots in his face. Bingo.
Although he was wearing red, that he did the same thing.
Harden all the way to the hole for 2+1. Rockets final minute, third period. All the way to the basket.
Why on earth would you be on Harden's right side?
Seconds to go. Harden again. He'll shoot from distance. Bingo! Ariza the rebound. Harden the three ball. Bingo!
They've made 7 of them. He's made 5 of them.
Picked up by Joe Johnson now as Thornton trying to get in position. Over to Harden. He'll fire up another one. Finally, on the 5th three-point attempt, it goes down.
Sure, he's always around the basket.
We're guarding him on the right side, wrong side. We're guarding him on the right side, wrong side. Harden is open from the top. Nice pass by Terrence Jones. He's been working on his passing while he's been out, huh? On the shot clock. It's Harden time.
Woo! He did a blow by you on Joe Johnson.
And there's Ariza tipping it over to Thornton. He's got one man to beat. Nice pass to Harden down the wing, and the Rockets start the third quarter on a 6-0 run.
50 feet.
Harden. Well, Dwight scared Larkin off.
He scared him to death.
Yes, he did. There's, oh, what a beautiful shot.
Now James Harden with it.
Into the lane, attacking, and he drops it home. James Harden. And Harden in the lane, drops it home. Harden off to a very fast start. Score. One time with Sacramento, he's been around the block. Now Harden comes in, and he rolls up another one.
He just plays with you and keeps you on your back.
Harden against the rookie Moutier. Estee, Harden over the top, and he's got it. Soft roll for James Harden. Assist. The Rockets, as a team, just 7 assists. Harden, and Harden drops it in. Harden, clever ball handler. Coming in, basket counts, foul.
If he sees you close.
Guess by 4. That cut. Harden, score, foul. Moutier, sling it, and he threw it away. Wow, just what you do not want. And Harden scores it.
There's no need to come down with it. Doesn't matter.
Impressive win for the Denver Nuggets. At home against a motivated team, and Harden gets a concession basket.
Give him a pump fake.
And go right through him.
Yeah, Clint went for the pump fake, and that gave Pachulia the lane he needed to score.
Harden walks it in for 2.
So they end up getting 4 points out of that possession.
So Harden says, I'll make up for that.
Harrell sprains his ankle over the play.
Yeah. Over to Harden now. He'll fire up a 3. Got it.
Well, if James can get hot.
Harden in a hurry. To the basket for 2.
About 84%.
Harden now just scoring a little bit. 7 first quarter points against Boston. Harden hits. Nice pass. Another nice pass. Deep.
That type of defense will get you beat every night.
Harden will fire up a 3 and hit. 19. Harden, deep.
A lot of times the inbound passer will be the open man.
Team in the NBA. Jones gets tackled. Back to Harden for a 3.
Well, that's a good sign.
This shot at the buzzer from the 3-point line. Harden will walk it up, and he'll shoot it up. He's got McCollum on him now. And he draws a foul, makes the basket. 3-point opportunity. Every time they throw it behind them, there's a Portland Trailblazer waiting. Boy, that's a tough shot. Harden finally hit one. Fall away by James. That's a different look. And it's Jones with a rebound. Getting it out to Harden now on the drive. Harden to the bucket for 2. That's vintage Harden there.
Stopper is what it is.
Well, you got to pick it back up again. It's only a 10-point game. There's a great move by Harden. Yes.
Defense is impressive. It really is.
All right, let's see if the Rockets have a 3 left. All right, there's one. To Harden, that post-up has worked effectively now in the second half. Steps back over Kraft and hits.
And the big is cooking.
Boy, is he ever. He's been playing like Buster Kraft. Harden puts it up and he's fouled. James Harden has taken over the game. All right, on the post-up to Harden again. This time they got a Minu on him. Harden goes inside for 2. Picked him up in the air. Went right by him. 43 points for the Bears.
Starting point guard. He's had struggles, and with the change in coaching from Kevin McHale, as James Harden knocks down his first 3 from Kevin McHale to J.B. Bickerstaff.
These teams, Brevin, they've struggled to shoot the ball, and both of them have struggled to rebound as Harden gets all the way inside for 2.
But they've struggled to rebound because both of them defensively have not played well around the free throw line.
Howard goes out, Gasol goes out, JaMychal Green in, Harden into the seam with a scoop and score.
Shot 3, including Dwight Howard shooting corner 3s.
Harden all the way through, draws the contact, and he'll get one more. Lead back to 20. Grizzlies 6 of 14 from distance as Harden crosses over, flips it up and in, and a foul. Philadelphia officials run officiating camps, and the proceeds are donated to charity. Grizzlies donate one to James Harden, who finishes. For 14 are the Rockets here in the fourth. Harden.
You see, offensively for the Grizzlies, if they just stay in pick and roll.
And it's knocked away from Carmelo. Harden to the bucket. Looked behind him, saw the big 7-3 Porzingis coming, so he said, I better dunk this ball. So you got the big tall rookie from Latvia and a three-pointer. Harden steps back and fires and hits.
A really good balanced offensive attack so far for the Rockets.
Doesn't matter.
Harden steps back and he hits. James Harden with a follow. Harden with the step back. Almost automatic.
See, those are better quality shots.
Total. That's 13 rebounds for Clint Capella. Harden with a three! And Harden was laying in the weeds. James Harden. Into the corner and blocked by Harden. Out to Terry now. Terry looking for Harden. There it is! With the miss.
That's good defense. Make Barnes make shots. Crack that paint every chance you get.
Harden puts it up and in for a three.
Finger wag afterwards.
Well, Dwight steals it right back. Harden right between it.
So he was not in the act of shooting. That's why they're taking it out on the side.
That's fine. So he said, that's okay. There's a steal. Capella's got it. Gets it up ahead to Harden. Harden to the basket for two, and the Rockets have tied it up at 24.
Foot jumper makes it really hard to guard that high pick and roll.
Harden to the basket for two.
Really nice pick there by Jason Terry. I think it surprised James at how open he was when it came off the screen.
He tries to throw it. Turnover by Memphis. Harden all the way to the bucket for two, and the Rockets have come back to take the lead.
11 points, 5 rebounds.
Harden deep. He shot that from Pasadena.
And they play hard. They're well coached. Luke Walton.
2 seconds.
Great job.
Harden trying to get free. Puts it up at the buzzer and hits it over Jeff Green. Wide open. How can they leave him? But it worked out. And a steal by Harden. Bad pass by Gasol.
Get the big fellas from the tips.
All right, 5 seconds on the shot clock. Harden steps back, and he's fouled. Count it. This could be a 4-point play the Harden way. Can't hit the shot. He ran the play nice. But that's the only guy hitting right now. James Harden is the only Rocket. A little too high off the glass. Harden's got 38 points, going for 40, and there it is. 40 points for James Harden.
He can really shoot it, but he's only shooting 19% on the year. So he's had some games where he's really struggled.
James Harden puts up a three, and he answers it right away.
So that was his mistake to not stay where he's supposed to be.
Harden to the basket. Boy, what a tough shot. As he was able to muscle it up and in. They really want to get him going, and I think he will here pretty soon. James with that bounce back for two.
It's now out of the timeout into single digits. Lawson, there it is for Harden. Well designed by the Rockets out of the timeout.
Now James will back up a little bit. Oh, baby! He was out in the hallway.
Right here is where the Rockets need to go back inside, use those big fellas.
James, deep. It's down to 5. Grant's got him. No, he doesn't. Yeah, buzzer beater by the man, James Harden. 9 of 12 for Philly. James trying to find Covington behind him, and he does. Fouled on the play, a two-pointer looking for 3 the Harden way.
Dwight doesn't get enough credit for his defense.
Harden from the deep corner. Dwight deflects it. Going to be a turnover. James all the way to the bucket for two. Good defense by the Rockets. Of the 11 made by Phillip. Harden.
There's that same play.
And they leave a little space for Harden. And Harden does the same thing for a 2-and-1 on Covington. Good defensive possession by Houston. Let's see if the Rockets can score. James. Yes! James Harden with 41 points.
There's no doubt who's going to have the ball.
Nope.
And the majority of the shots here in the last 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Three-pointer. Yes! James Harden is cooking.
From the cylinder. Harden. Nice move inside. Harden.
Makes it look so easy at times. The Rockets not looking to run. They're content to walk the ball up the floor.
It's not the way they really want to play as Harden hits the jump shot left.
Keep him on the perimeter. He's been misfiring from there. I got one to go.
He was 2 for 10 before nailing that. 10 points, just 3 of 10 from the field. He has 5 assists.
Look at that. He's open and reluctant to shoot hard. Finally takes it. Nobody came to guard him.
He is playing aggressive himself. 4 for 4 from the field, getting his first start of the season. Harden throws it up and in. Double team. Bails throws it right to Harden. Harden trying to bump Calderon and lays it in.
Harden averaging 2 steals a game. Moving and grooving that time.
8 points, 5 rebounds for Seraphin. Harden drives and finishes.
Can't corral these Knicks right now.
Harden. Porzingis got a hand up. Harden still banks it in. Here comes Harden. Harden runs right into a flop. Count it and one. As good as anybody in the league at drawing the foul. Harden's played the most minutes of anyone, 44. Harden drives. Boy, so tough to stop.
He was trying to get a foul.
Marcus Morris poked away by Harden. 2-on-1 against Reggie. Harden with Beverly doesn't give it up. Scores it himself. Bothered by Contavious. Keeps that dribble. Backs in, up fake in the paint, and a score. That's the definition of hard to guard right there.
Yeah.
Inside 10 seconds. Harden with only 3 in the 24 drives it and scores it. Harden against KCP. Got it over Andre somehow. The floating gun goes. Harden with an easy 3.
Yeah, a little mix-up there as
They're wasting precious time here. Harden finally fires, fills it, and a foul.
An Army jacket. He must be in the reserves.
Is it St. Patrick's Day?
It said green light for takeoff. Maybe he's wearing his green jacket.
Dwight sets that pick for Harden. Harden picked up by Ashik and G, and it's tipped in by Ashik. He was too wide open. Harden goes right around Norris Cole for 2. And a steal by Brewer. Kyle Lawson's open across the court, but Harden wants to go by himself. Takes it to the bucket for 2 more. James Harden is cooking. Harden working on Cole. Yeah, that's what I just don't see Norris Cole stopping him if that's 13 rebounds for Dwight. Harden to the basket for 2 and 1. Rockets leading by 4 points. Harden is open, fires up a 3 and hits it.
Because of all the attention that Harden gets.
And here is Harden driving and scoring, and with that, Houston now doubling up Dallas.
But the officials obviously had another thought.
Harden now for 3, and he knocks that one down. He's only hitting 29% of his threes this year. An important opportunity for Brad in his NBA career. Things hadn't gone well after being a first-round pick by the Lakers in 1977. Harris is 13, topping the Mavs. And the third quarter starts in disappointing fashion. A throwaway converted by James Harden. Off the turnover, Harden scores. He has 9 points. And a deflection, James Harden. He is 10th in the league, almost 2 steals a game. And a run-out dunk.
Said all that's going to do is get him going offensively. You give him a couple of easy baskets, he could easily.
This is all isolation here.
And a hit for Harden. So he was playmaking, creating for his teammates.
Yeah, he's one of those teams that will wear a play out. They're going to Harden right now.
At the end of the clock over Felton.
He stays with it after practice every day.
13 for 18 in games this year against Houston, but Harden got loose inside, and we seesaw again. Houston on top by 1. Beverly coming out of there with the ball.
Gotta get back.
As Harden is ready to go. Oh my! Dallas has 1 timeout remaining. The ball goes into Harden. Harden against Wesley Matthews. 4 on the clock, 3 on the clock. Step back. It's no good. Oh, here's it. It is.
Halfway through the first quarter. Switch now.
The beard.
Harden's beard is better.
Time. 8 months?
Yeah,
Come on.
You get rusty in a hurry.
Harden for a 3. NBA. Harden from the parking lot. Well, they all fell off of Harden, and he had an easy bucket.
Harden's so strong when he spins.
He's got 13-11, another double-double for Rondo. Harden tries to answer and does. Both teams Harden, shot clock down to 4. Down to 3. Harden fires. He hits! James Harden with a cold-blooded 3.
This is where Harden is so dangerous. Step back jumper, bottom. James Harden, natural score. Take the 3. Instead, it's the veteran, Terry, side rim. Harden, he'll fire from there. Bottom. A 3 ball for James Harden.
Good help from marching there.
Harden backs up and scores. Harden, the league's second highest scorer. 28.5 points a game. Tips up his own shot and in. Clinton, Maryland's Ty Lawson is in the game for Houston. Harden backs up and scores. Harden pulls the trigger and hits again.
Pass.
Harden. Wow. That is just uncanny.
He got over the summer. I mean, he played very well for them in the playoffs. He's doing a good job on Bradley Beal. Another long 3.
Wow. Harden. Gives you that jab step, takes the shot, and hits again.
Help out there. That's a high pick and roll. Brad should be able to get back in time.
Harden on the fadeaway and picking up where he left off, and he is 6 to shoot. Now picked up by Beal. They go Harden with Wall on. Steps back with a jumper and hits.
Gary Neal. They're doing a good job running Gary Neal off the jump shots, making him shoot quickly.
Well, you know this guy's going to start shooting. Howard is there for the rebound. His 5th. Harden, who always is able to draw contact in any way, shape, or form. One big man, if you will. Harden, that's unbelievable. Steps back, got hit on the arm, score the field goal, he'll go to the line.
He just likes to get his teammates the ball in the early parts of the game.
James Harden in the open court, all the way to the lip of the cup and in. Daddy.
Yeah, Dad was 6'11", and he could really play.
And he was a winner of the first slam dunk competition.
And a 3-time All-Star, so
I was in that competition.
Ever the big 7-footer, and Harden puts it up and in.
That's a beautifully run play, a little rub.
Gets open, misses again.
Howard gets the rebound, back out. And a second chance opportunity produces a three-pointer. Interesting defense here in the early going. There's Harden all the way to the bucket again.
And he was fouled. No call. We're starting to see that more and more where James is getting contact to the rim and is not getting a whistle.
Hey, let me get back to my job.
Brewer with a steal. Harden on the drive. And no defense for the Lakers either.
Of course, it's going to go to James.
Oh, man. Talk about the back door being open. It may have been off the hinges. By Kobe. Ty Lawson. Harden. James Harden. Eighth, I'm sorry. Harden, great drive.
Beautiful by the beard.
Tonight, 23 points. Harden says, answer this.
That's just a beautiful pass by Ty Lawson.
Oh, Beverly giving it up to Ariza, back to Harden. Harden's going to fire up a three. He looked behind him and said to Dwight, I don't need you.
Moti Unas, fourth-year man from Lithuania, who missed the first 20 games recovering from back surgery as Harden inside lays it in. Lots of action. Now Harden going to try it again. He wants to go left. There he goes. And he lays it in. That's too easy. Harden. And Harden's got it.
Well, two guys ran with the inbounder and then just left Harden all by himself in the corner.
Beverly passes it out, swing it over to Harden for three. Yeah, there's no cutting to the basket with this group. Harden, and that is good. We're going to look to see if that was a three or a two. Wants it against Jokic. Can't shoot. Harden, tough shot, and he's got it. Rockets average 31 three attempts per game as Harden goes over the top.
See, here's another turnover. Dribbling too much, no one moving.
And Harden scores it. Nikola Jokic has come on for Denver. The only guy you can let shoot out there for three-point land is Howard. Harden in the lane. Got it.
He missed from point-blank range. Capella back for Harden. A wide-open three. Harden. James Harden. Of course, we talk about his efficiency, Jerry, because he gets to the line so much. Harden. And James Harden makes it 77-64. That's where in his, oh boy, Jerry, the Kings are just so darn careless with the ball tonight.
Typical night for him, 17 points on 10 shots.
Oh boy, Harden maybe pushed off Caspi, but they didn't call it. We'll go the other way. Uh-oh.
You said it.
Tell you, the Kings are not going to win this game if they keep on throwing it around the horn like this. That's 23 turnovers, and just like that, it's an 8-point game. Harden answers back with a triple. Kings shooting 52%, 40% for the Rockets, and Harden glides to the basket, 95-83. Harden. Nice job by Harden as Howard had kind of cleared out the area for Harden to navigate his way through.
Rockets recently had a stretch where they won 7 of 9. A shot again from outside will drop for Harden.
4 of 6. But we heard that same noise between him and Stan Van Gundy in Orlando. We heard that same noise when he was here for that 1 year. 2-3 zone action here for the Lakers too.
You like that?
I do, especially when you've got the firepower of a James Harden on the floor, but
Harden.
I mean, I don't know how you keep him out of the paint. I mean, he is so good.
Co-defensive player of the year in the Mountain West Conference. This is Harden.
Too easy.
He's had 6 40-point games this season. Russell is 0 of 5. Harden aggressively inside, finds 2, 21 for him. James Harden.
So good. So gifted offensively.
Game on both ends of the court.
8 points, 5 rebounds for Dwight. Harden. Boy, what a veteran move. He blocked off Wesley Johnson. Says, hey, Harden, that's my rebound. To the basket.
Down
to the beard.
No resistance for the beard.
Missed it. Capella. Harden. Got to run. Get you a shot. Harden to the basket. There you go. Don't walk that ball up. Get up and down the court. Drops it off to Harden. All the way inside to Harden for 2. That time he said to DeAndre Jordan, block this. Boy, what a great touch. Ariza's. Harden driving it inside. Puts up the jumper. Got it. The Houston fans, they saw him a lot when he was a Portland Trailblazer. He was part of that great Trailblazer team. There's Harden, puts up a 3. Batum is picked by Dwight. That leaves Harden an avenue. And even if he doesn't have a lane to the basket, he can create one. Harden, never a struggle for him to score.
How does he get that shot off on the move like that? And it's the beard on the high pick and roll.
Going downhill. Puts it up over Spencer Hawes for 2 and 1. Very slow-paced game, too. Neither team's been able to run very much. Well, everybody ran off and left Harden out. That's amazing. Harden is open. He fires. He hits. Late game situations. There's your man. Harden and Lynn. Lynn fell down. Harden made the basket. Talk about breaking some ankles.
2 possessions to the Hornets, only 1.
James to the basket, lays it up and in, and he's fouled.
Assignment. Howard hears the Boo Birds the first time he touches the ball, and it certainly won't be the last. And Harden scores the first points of the night over the summer. Harden backs in. A fall-away jumper is good by James Harden. It's an 8-2 run for Houston. Here's Ariza for 3. Long rebound, and Capella controls it. Back to Harden. That's good for 3.
Steals this year. They are in passing lanes.
Harden goes to the right hand with the finish. 11 for James Harden.
Patrick Beverly on the floor.
James Harden, a step back 2 is good. That is his first field goal since the first quarter.
Out there, and he just can't get back. Nice job by Evan just getting through there.
James Harden with back-to-back jump shots.
I say they're trying. They're not doing a very good job.
Harden into the lane.
Good hands.
Got it back, shot it in. 3 straight jumpers for James Harden. Fournier. Elfrid Payton. Stuffed by Beverly. Picked up by Harden. James Harden has scored 8 consecutive Houston points. James Harden with the ball in his hands. He'll shoot for 3. He drills it. Harden's second 3 tonight makes it a 7-point game. Harden on the drive. Off the glass and in. 27 for Harden. Harden on the floor together. Elfrid Payton matched up with Harden. Harden right to the basket. And he gives it to Harden. Shot clock ticking down. Harden knocks down the 2-pointer. 30 for James Harden.
Houston 21 in defensive efficiency. San Antonio first in the NBA. As Harden buries the jumper. And PJ, that's the shot.
I don't know if they want to spur him on anymore. I think they want to just get him.
They want to rocket him on?
Yeah, definitely.
Want to jet fuel him on? Harden does whatever they're beckoning for, laying it home. And we're still awaiting more field goal attempts for Dwight Howard. As Harden connects on the elbow jumper, and better looks right away in this third quarter for Harden. Parker has his pass knocked away, and Howard will grab it and lead the break. Harden ahead of the field on the finish, and James Harden percolating here in the third. Ginobili missed the bunny. Here's Harden attacking all the way in, and the finish. 9 points for Tim Duncan, 7 rebounds as well. 5-point game. Harden on a three. And a big one for James Harden as Houston goes in front by 8.
Dwight Leonard will not let Harden get the ball.
Now Duncan switched on Harden. 4 to shoot. Harden will fire and hit.
Make them uncomfortable, but they're going to give up points.
Give up 105 a game. Harden right back at it on a late close by Alonzo G. Back, and he's got their best post moves out of the group down to the baseline. It'll be Harden in the mid-range game. And James Harden gets his second bucket of the contest in the league, while Houston comes into the contest 17 a game. That is third from the bottom. And points off a mistake. James Harden gets it. Now it's Holiday. They swipe at it, but it doesn't make any difference. James Harden with his first bucket back.
Those are some of the things I saw in the Miami game where you have numbers and you find a way to turn it over or make a bad pass and bail a team out.
May not pay off, but at least it's done deliberately in the right way. Harden for the lead, and he's got it. 81-80 is what you got to worry about. 6 on the shot clock, so it's going up for Harden. And he gets it. When it's deep into the shot clock and it's right in front of you, you might want to crowd him.
Tyreek talking again, telling him where to go. You got to live with that.
Unbelievable.
You got to live with that.
Man, is this guy talented. 225 and counting. It's even at 108.
Good defense by Demo. Ty Lawson gets it back to Harden. Steps back, fires, and hits again. 6 baskets in a row by Houston. Rockets. Steal. And Harden. Yes! Harden back out to Lawson. Lawson on the drive.
Demo's wide open.
Well, Harden says, so am I. The Rockets get a fresh 24. Harden bobbing and weaving all the way through the Atlanta defense. James got it. All right. That's what you like to see. 15 in turnovers. James got it. Boy, what a run by James Harden down the stretch.
Brandon Rush has missed 2 open threes. That's what he's on the floor to do.
And Harden is fouled, and you'll get an opportunity to see a 4-point play the Harden way. A little runner. And a steal by Harden. Sets, fires, hits. Here's on a 9-2 run. 3 minutes left to play in the second quarter. Harden, 17-footer.
James needed that one.
Challenged the shot on the switch. Good job. Harden says, challenge this. Big shot for James Harden.
Who does it all every night.
Harden, quick 3 from the outside. It could be back-to-back 4-point plays for James. That's 9 boards, 17 points for Dwight. Season-high 5 assists for Dwight tonight. Harden to the basket. Thompson tonight, he's 6 of 10 from behind the arc. Harden tries to answer, and he does! James Harden! This year now for Dwight. Harden steps back, fires, hits! And it's a 3-point game.
Quickly come the Rockets and Beverly.
Go-to unselfish by both Marcus and Danny Green there.
Harden for 3, and the Spurs find themselves down 10. Parker lost the handle. Here comes Harden. Spurs will take a timeout.
Points from beyond the arc.
And now Harden, who's off to a quick start for the Rockets, and he knocks that one down. And James Harden with 9 of the Rockets' 16 as they quickly go back on top. Here is Harden. He's been much more active in the first half of this game than he was over in Houston as he knocks down the bucket here.
Taking what the defense gives him.
He's hit all 4 of his shots. Harden the other way, and Harden with 13 now. Tied at 37. The Rockets. As Ariza to Harden, standing, waiting for the 3, and knocks it down.
He just trailed the break.
Here comes Capella off to Harden.
This, to me, is where Houston's dangerous, though, in this small lineup. And they go to it early. But you got Jones in the ball game, and Capella is good at rim protection as well. He has 4 assists as well.
stays on the floor. Harden at the line. Free throw line jumper good. Still grimacing. Clock runs at 4, down to 3. Harden deep. Launches and hits.
He's going to keep breaking the records this year, though.
Harold to Harden. He'll pump up a 3 and hits. Harden in double digits with 12. He had 8 at the half. Harden stays on the floor. He's played 27 minutes. He goes nearly 38 a night. That's tops in the NBA. Harden hits that high floater, and already just a quick 5 points for Harden. Short. Harden, this is his game. Open court, freelance. He'll drive, hang, left hand.
He is so good. The best stuff I've seen about putting his arms into the defender to try to either draw a foul.
Harden to Terry. Harden gets it back. Walks up on Johnson, pumps a 3.
Now you knew that was coming. You've seen that from James Harden.
Harden from the corner, and this game is tied. The Rockets on a 10-2 run.
Trey took a seat. There's Harden, floater, rattles in and out. Stays with it and scores his 30th point of the night.
And the rebound going to Harden. Harden with a big step to the basket for 2.
Woo! James Harden off to a great start.
Harden on the drive, all the way to the bucket. A little extra hop in his step here tonight.
Nothing but Rimo. It started early tonight, Bill.
You know, the problem, Clyde. Harden to the basket. He just bumped Lyles right off the play. Lyles said, hey, I think I'll try to block this. In the first quarter after Harden got off to a good start. But not this time.
The beard, that pick comes and the beard is off downhill.
Look at that defense by Utah.
Really good.
Jones misses. Tipped up by Harden. Harden puts it up with the right hand. And finally the Rockets get a basket. Deep corner. Good defense on Hood. And Harden comes out of there on a dead run. Harden with a big step to the middle.
Hood is hurt.
You see all year long has been done previously by Bullard. Good steal and basket. And now the Rockets are starting to play some defense. Harden right down the middle. So the pace of the game is picked up a little bit. That should favor Houston, and Harden hits again. 26 points for James. We need Larry Stick back here to get that clarified. Please, man. And a good shot by Harden.
Good little mid-range shot at the elbow.
Up to 3. And he gets it back to Harden, still with 5 seconds left in the shot clock. Over Neto to 2. Good. He's got Neto on him. Should be able to beat him. Goes to the bucket, puts it up and in.
Beautiful.
I are not on anybody's posters because we never went for them.
Exactly. You got to learn how to get out of the way.
Harden puts it up and in. The Rockets shooting 100% from the field.
I like this on the post for James.
Good. Yeah, I do too. I think you got Dwight as a post player. You also have James as a post player.
I believe it was yesterday, and they didn't think he was going to play tonight. He says he's honoring her, and there's a basket by Harden.
Rockets have got to do a better job of forcing them into some bad plays.
Well, that's a pretty good one. Going 2 for 1 there for James Harden. Harden to the basket.
One of the few times James beat Hill very easily.
Call.
Harden will fire and hit. 3-pointer. Rockets with 18 turnovers. That has produced 32 points for Indiana. There's a good drive by Harden. A lot of bumping
and no call.
That's half the equation.
Exactly.
Harden to the basket for 2 more.
That's why he's smiling. Harden tries to answer, and he does.
Yeah, that jumper by Tony Allen is not expected to go in.
Bad miss by Jones, didn't hit the rim. No reset of the shot clock. Harden with 3 seconds. He'll fire up a 3 and put it in. Jones on the pitch out. Ariza. Harden for 3. Put it in at the shot clock buzzer.
That's okay.
Allen has 3. Randolph has 3. Harden with the fadeaway. Made another one. Good shot. Harden. Well, you just have to stay with him and force him into a contested two. That's about all you can do. Harden with 21. Harden a crossover three, and that might have done it.
James. Tayshaun Prince on him now. He falls back and fires and hits over Prince. Prince used to be a good defensive player. I don't know. James working on Wiggins now. Drew the foul and gets the basket. And the old veteran move on the not the rookie anymore. He was rookie of the year last year. Pella. Harden puts it into third gear. Put the pedal to the metal and shot right between. JB saying, come on, let's go. Move that offense. Well, they don't pick him up again.
Well, James missed that same shot on the previous possession.
Well, he's open twice. In fact, a double fake by James Harden, and they just left him open. Let's see if the Rockets get inspired by that shot as Harden steps back. Yeah. It's not a three, but it's a good two, and Harden now starting to take charge a little bit. Harden with a three.
Makes some stops, but it's great if you can keep scoring.
Harden steps back. He's cooking. He's cooking.
Simply playing pressure-free basketball. And Houston interim coach J.B. Bickerstaff said the outside noise tends to bother Howard, but the team's been preaching positivity lately, and it's been working.
In the miss, Harden the rebound. There's Harden on the take all the way to the basket, and James Harden gets another field goal, and David Black.
Shot, but had no chance of getting the shot off without getting it blocked, but he did find Roy.
There's James Harden, goes to the basket, doesn't get the whistle, but gets the bucket. Victory. Back on the 17th of December. Fall away for Harden again, and that is nothing but net. Artesia High School.
Catcher's mitt for that one. Kobe threw a real hard bounce pass that Clarkson was able to gobble up.
There's Harden attacking the middle again. This time, though, instead of going to the glass, he pulls up, and there's that floater that you said the big guys hate, Stu.
That, and then his team scores on the other end.
Boy, Roy Hibbert. Boy, those exactly what he looked like when he was an all-star. Indy, and James Harden puts it into an 8-0 Laker run as he gets to the rim. Or Hibbert with 4, Williams 7, Clarkson 6, and Kobe's got 2, but he has 5 assists and a couple of rebounds. Harden goes right down the heart of the Laker defense again for a deuce. Third in the NBA in assists each of the last 2 years. Not even close. This year is 41st. Look at Harden. Give just a little bit of daylight, and he'll burn you down the middle. 2-point game with 2.5 to play. Houston trying to win 3 in a row from the Lakers. Here's Harden. He settles it in from long distance. Taken by Dwight.
And the Lakers may be in the start of one of the little mini droughts, and you can't do that against a team that can put a ton of points on the board. Ball stayed on one side of the floor so the defenders could all load up on that side.
Harden from outside makes it rain. 74-61. It's a 13-point lead, which is the biggest of the game. Trying to expand is Harden. He's feeling it. Boy, he's emotional and passionate right now as he makes that shot.
Out of 6 shooting, the Rockets have not made a field goal yet. They are 0 for 5, and Harden is wide open, and he knocks down the first field goal of the night for Houston.
Block shot there by Harden. Harden is always drawing that contact on his drives.
And he buries the 3 with Jordan trying to close out on him. Tries to get it to Howard. Got to get one up here. And James Harden for 3. Buries a 3 as the clock expires. Dawson working with Howard now. Gives it up. Harden rises up and hits James Harden. Clippers have come out on fire in this overtime. Harden to the basket. And a little spin with the left hand. Harden gets it to go.
You cannot beat him if he's just trying to get his space. Drummond weighs way too much.
Oh, yeah. Huge body. Here's Harden putting it up and in. Drummond's #1 in the NBA in rebounding.
Exactly. On the Rockets side of the ball.
Harden puts one up and in. All 5 of the starters for Detroit in double figures. That was a tough prayer.
He has that kind of range.
Harden tries to answer and does.
Like 70% of his points come assisted by Reggie Jackson.
Yeah.
There's a catch and shoot guy.
Harden floats it up and in. 7.5 left to play in the third quarter. Capella hooks up a shot, and Harden with the offensive rebound. And there's a rebound going to Thornton. Harden fires up a three and hits.
Oh, I need to work on it. Believe me, it's winning somewhere.
4 seconds. Harden puts up a three. Rockets didn't get any favors, of course. First minute of the game, Dwight Howard went down. There's a dunk by Harden. Josh loved being with the team last season, so there's that good camaraderie as Harden goes all the way to the basket. Now that defense we heard about by the Bucks. And a Dacumbo with the miss. James got it. Williams at 6'6". Harden with a miss. Capella with an offensive rebound. Nice pass inside. Two. Missed it. And bodies tumble. Harden in the open court. Harden in the open court with a big step. Ball moving again in the offense. They've done well tonight. 4 seconds down to 3. It's Harden time.
Long arms is what the teams are looking for nowadays.
There's Josh back over to Harden. Tough catch down around the knees, so that's a good shot. Picked up the dribble. Harden gets a steal. Harden, 2-on-1 fast break. Harden turns him on. Got that off in time, but it's tipped outside, and Jones gives the Rockets 24, and Harden only needs 2 of the 24 seconds. Again. Oh, what a game Terrence is having. Harden from the parking lot. 28-23. He was trying to fire a bow and arrow, but it didn't work. And in so doing, he didn't get back on defense, so Harden made it 3. Raymond Felton's going to try to slow Harden down. Little crossover, step back. Yeah. That shot that it got Harden. An easy shot, but he missed it. And now Harden on the drive, floats it up and in. Or
big number 50.
Big number 50.
Yeah. Well, the folks in Tunisia, if they're watching this, I apologize. Well, he's played there long enough. And good hustle. Corey Brewer with a steal. Pat back to Harden, and the Rockets with 5 unanswered. Harden steps back behind the 3, sets, fires, hits. Harden trying to drive it in, shoots it from 16.
From behind, tapped around. So the help came. They've got Harden into Drew Holiday, and he'll bank it home. Smart play by James Harden and a good defensive stand. 48. Harden again, and he'll get the roll. That's quick after a make. Way too fast. Anybody want to grab that? That's just ball watching. Harden, and that really burns. That's just standing flat-footed. Back up 4, and AD switches to the 5, so small ball at a premium. Harden, nice off arm. He got away with it, and he gets an easy bucket out of it. The lack of execution, play was there. Cole right on top of it, but then relaxed. Don't stop defending.
Basketball.
21 for Anderson. And Harden will get the finger roll. Anderson hit the deck, all locked up with Capella. You got it. The second line has done a job tonight to keep the Pels in the neighborhood. So thank you. James Harden filling it up for a 3.
No, that's all Drew. Team Campbell there.
And he's going to the free throw.
And it's smart by Harden because on his ability to create for this team.
Get it inside Harden.
They can keep from switching this. That would be ideal.
It'll be Ariza. He's killed him from beyond the arc. Harden will try to do the same now, and he's got it. 1-point game. Now they switch back. Shot clock all the way down. It'll be a step back for Harden, and he's got it. 3-point game. Timeout Pelicans.
And Harden with Danny Green trying to stay with him.
And Harden got by him and puts it up and in.
Off the mark, and the Rockets now with a chance to take the lead. Harden to the bucket, draws a little bit of contact and makes the shot. And Houston now with a 1-point lead. And State already doubling that here with 10. Harden gets all the way to the basket. See the coaching type team? What do you think?
Oh, I don't think there's any doubt as Harden knocks in the three that he could be if that's what he wants to do. That's just as impressive. He's had 2 times tonight. He's crossed over and created space. It's Harden. Beautiful drive and finish.
Harden intercepts the pass.
It's their MO. Not pass up.
Harden finishes what he started with the drive to the lane.
It's like a shot clock. You got to go into his body.
Harden weaves his way past the Oklahoma City defense to score. Harden give that block to Ariza, and in the corner, Harden knocks down. Ariza looking for Harden inside, and the basket on the floor ruled good. Waiters meets Beverly. Thunder doing a good job of catching up to the shooters on the outside. And Harden, that's a tough shot. He scores it for 3. Wanted a call on that. Harden crossing over, shimmy shaking, rocking back and scoring with 1.3 seconds remaining.
You get the loose ball. Waiters attack up alone. They just forget to guard him.
Harden left alone beyond the elbow, and he scores. Time equals momentum equals confidence.
Absolutely.
I mean, and 1 for Harden on only his 2nd field goal of the half.
Up last night against Oklahoma City. It worked well in the first half, but they started hitting it. Boy, Harden going downhill. The shot clock at 10 seconds. Harden on the drive. Harden puts it up and in. Great drive. Thrown away. Harden with the steal. Bad pass. Harden sees if he can burn him with a 3. Yeah. Harden with a nice crossover. Puts up the jumper. Now he's starting to cook.
Get his shot anytime he wants.
I thought Brewer did a pretty good job. Harden leans in for a 3. Time on the shot clock. James Harden working on Jared Dudley. To James. James headed to another All-Star game. As he buries the jumper, Harden.
15 feet of it.
All right, 5 on the shot clock. Down to 4, down to 3, down to 2. Harden gets it off in time. Ho, ho, ho! James Harden. Now it's James with 4, down to 3, down to 2. Harden got it. Cold-blooded 3 by James Harden. Up ahead to Harden. Harden on the drive. Big step to the basket for 2. James Harden with 5 points in a row. In and out, won't go by. Temple. Harden. Yes! James Harden with another cold-blooded 3. He followed it. All right, Harden back in a hurry. Harden all the way to the bucket. Lays it up and in, and he's fouled. A 3-point play the old-fashioned way. Happy to be home. He said he'll always call Houston home. There's a turnover. Terrence Jones has it. He just was inserted into the lineup. Big step by Harden. Harden. A myriad of moves on the outside that it was hard to catch up to him. There's Harden, who's got a pretty good few moves himself. The rebound goes to Harden. Harden going downhill all the way to the bucket for 2. Once you let him get up ahead of steam, look out. 32% this season. That's down a little bit from what he normally averages. And Harden gets inside of Winslow and puts it up and in.
J.B. Bickerstaff is far too young to be using his hair.
I don't know.
Harden steps back and fires and hits. James Harden, 14 points, 8 assists.
Or 1-4 flat.
3 seconds, down to 2. Harden fires it up and in from the parking lot. Harden now draws a double team. but they don't come for him and foul on him. Stoudemire was part of the double team, but he didn't come out for him. 4-point Houston lead. A couple of possessions maybe left. The Rockets can go 2 for 1 here, and Harden says, I like my side of it. 23 points for 14 assists. He's accounted for a lot of scoring himself, and Harden says, let me do it.
He won last week in the D-League, and Delaware broke the D-League record. And there's that man, gets his first bucket.
Offensive end, they got to start to get a lot of spacing down there.
Now here's James Harden for 3. That's his first 3 of the game, his second field goal of the ball game. Last shot time, 6 seconds. Harden, and he got fouled, and it counts. On the continuation, fouled by Tucker. Houston with 8, leading to just 3 points. Terry swings it out. Harden. A 3 for James Harden.
In that skills challenge. So I favor Pat. There's Harden all the way to the bucket.
See, that's beautiful. James going downhill, a little curl.
On Patrick Beverly, Rockets will get the basketball because it's backcourt violation, and Harden will try to make it pay off with a 3, and he does. James Harden with 7 points. So it looks like both teams now into the game a little bit more as Harden goes to the basket. Boy, what a show that Harden and Lillard are putting on here. Harden will have it, can go 2 for 1 if he takes a quick shot, and he does. And Harden's 16th first quarter with 10 or more points. Rockets have made just 4 of their last 20 field goal attempts as Harden puts one up. Thank you.
The Rockets don't even have 5 guys that have scored yet.
Harden got it. No quitting that guy. 24 points. And Capella's got it. Good hustle on defense. Up ahead to Corey Brewer. Gives it up to Harden. Back-to-back threes by James.
Post. Let's see if the Rockets try to find ways to explore that on this end of the floor.
He gets him in rhythm, and there's a 3 and a hit finally for Harden. He's got 5. By Bogut. Harden, 3. Capella's been laying some screens there right around the circle. The switch on D. Green is on Harden. Oh, boy. He blew by him that time. Warriors have led by as many as 16. Rockets have never led a 3. Good! Put in by Harden. Beverly contest up at All-Star Weekend. Reza. Lawson through traffic. Harden trails and the 3. Cut! James Harden. Rockets are +4 on the glass. Look at Harden. Dance and drive and get it to go down. James Harden. Screen by Capella. Into Spades, who picks up the foul. He puts it home. Another great play by James Harden. Assist from Curry. Beverly, Harden the triple. Late close by Iguodala. And 3 right there. Full of 3s. 4 of them now in a row. Missing. Drive! Harden got it. What a silky smooth move by James Harden.
Aminu hits a pair. Portland with the early 7-6 lead 3 minutes into this one. As Harden gets the roll. Banked it up short. Houston looking to run. Harden in transition to the rim.
Well, you're not going to stop him. I mean, when James gets going downhill, he's so strong. Your school this year.
You did.
They have a statue be there. What am I thinking about?
From what I hear, you're going to be welcome back too. I don't know after that comment though. Harden cans the jumper. Ty Lawson, Clint Capella into the game for Houston with a reason Harden remaining on the floor. And Harden buries the 3. He has 12 here in the first.
Long shots and not slash and get to the basket.
Shooting a career high 35% from 3 as Harden answers with the 2. Well, going into this year, Doug, go on a run here. Down 15. Harden, the shake. The drive, the flip. Does he get the roll? He does. And the foul.
See, James Harden's capable of throwing up 20 points in a row. Portland has really contained them tonight, Ryan.
Just 5 of 20 from 3 as Harden slides in for 2.
How about the Celtics? How well they're playing.
Under Brad Stevens, one of the finest minds in basketball, as Harden connects on a jumper with Leonard right there.
Which is a good thing. He strives to be the best. And he might just be someday. Here's Harden. Harden with the crossover. That was too easy. Smith. How about Golden State? Yeah. Even Golden State. Goodness gracious. Here's Harden. Can you get any better than what they already are? Golden State as Harden knocks down the three. Beverly. Oh, Beverly. Who was taking the free throw. Here's Harden. Can he split the defense? He goes around Devin Booker instead. He went left on Book. Another step move by Harden. A little step back, and he beats the clock. What else is new? Here's Ariza again. Step around move. Guns it over to Harden. Harden with McRae. Splits the defense and curls it home.
Hayward has the ball poked away by Beverly. And it's stolen by Beverly. Hood pedals back, so does Matt. Harden pumps up the three. Rainbow drains it.
I've always been a fan of Beverly.
And finds the paint. Ball's tipped away. Utah turnover. Feed it. Harden left hand.
And there's been 2 turnovers so far from Mack in the first quarter.
We saw the Rockets. Capella on a lob to Harden. Tough catch underneath and put it up and in.
Nice play design.
Harden goes by CJ on a step back J. That's what he likes, a little space. Beautiful night, man. 4 for 4, hasn't missed from downtown. Harden rolls one inside.
Great layup shooter.
Picks up Harden, spins on him, off the glass for 2.
Nice move. That's just talented. Harden right at work, getting back to his left hand.
Harden's going to try to run it up the chest, and he does at Booker. Chris Johnson, Trey Burke off the bench. Harden drives, hangs, and hits.
What a terrific move. It just kind of lulls you to sleep with the hesitation, and then he's got that quick first step.
Down, Harden, the trailer. He'll drive on CJ. There he goes. Sticks out his arms, counted and one.
So right now the first half of Jazz basketball. This is just how the Houston Rockets play.
In this quarter, Utah 3 of 11, and they have cooled off, as you mentioned, to 50%. Another bucket on the drive by Harden.
And that's exactly what can happen when you guard James Harden.
Corey Brewer looking to inbound. There's a 5 count. I counted 5. Not the case. Harden, jumper, just beat the clock.
Well, there's times you have a hard time counting.
Downtown. Harden against Burke. Rebounds the miss and puts it back in.
Big rebound by Howard. Jazz can't afford lazy passes in this fourth quarter.
Here's Harden with a head of steam. Count it, 1 and 1. Trey Burke goes down to foul. Harden drives in the lane, and the Jazz.
There's just no one better.
Run with him.
That single move.
Will inbound it. Hood guards him. They throw it out to Harden. Dribble drive. He's going to take it to the rack and lays it in. Hayward guards the inbound and drop it over the top to Ariza. Cutter, Harden breaks through. It's a 1-point game.
First field goal, Mo Harkless out of St. John's. There's Harden getting inside.
Trailblazers.
Harkless goes 6'9", about 225. Gerald Henderson has come on for the first time for Portland. Nice move by Hart. It counts and the foul. Here's Harden moving across. Harden played by Henderson. Fires for 3. All in one place. Download the Bleacher Report app, and you can do it today. Off the turnover. This is Harden taking all the way. Plumlee is back at Davis, who did a nice job. Will sit down. Harden off the head fake. I don't think there's a realistic chance. Oh, nice move as Howard is able to stuff off the 1 bounce from Josh Smith. Just under 5.5 remaining in the third. Here's Harden. Parts of the country.
Still have time to do some shopping after the game.
Kept alive here by the Rockets. Harden for 3.
Deflections and steals early on.
Here's Harden on a step back. Yes, getting the good look off the fake against Kraft. 21 points now for Harden. Harden has played most of the game. Sat for just 3 minutes. Harden with a deep 3. James Harden remaining in the quarter. Second differential. Harden for three. Again! What a touch by James Harden. 3-pointers.
I'll tell you, James Harden, 28 a game, 7 assists. You know you can't neutralize him as he draws a foul on Crabbe. Some of the production, but his team's not winning and people questioning him. As once again he scores in transition. Questioning, can you win?
Harkless. Harden putting the move on Lillard and scores, able to beat him off the dribble. Crabbe defending on Harden, who shoots over and hits.
Tough shot.
38 points, James Harden. The free throw, Rockets with the possession. Harden to the rim. Wide open lane. 41 points for James Harden.
For each other along with Robert Horry. And that trade got rescinded, and the Rockets ended up winning the championship as James makes that layup. So let's hope that Demo coming back from Detroit.
If the Rockets can string something together, they force San Antonio into a couple of misses. Harden puts up a three, and why not?
Really good, guys.
And Harden is pretty good, too.
Oh, 1 on 4. I love it.
Leonard trying to stay with Harden. Harden puts it up and in. How did he get that shot off?
Well, the beard is rolling now. He's cooking, guys, on the weak side.
Going back to the first half, a 16-0 run by San Antonio. Finally stopped.
That should have been an N1.
Finally to Harden on the post-up of Green. Step back. Boy, James had to work hard for that. On the switch, Josh. One extra pass to Ariza. That sets up Harden for an open three. Now that looked points just a couple of days ago. Good hustle by Corey Brewer. Harden to the basket for two. And he got the ball blocked. Up ahead to James. James, Parker's gonna let him go.
Down there.
You gotta stay solid.
Harden puts up a three. And it's a 12-point game.
Or you're in trouble.
Harden hits the deck. Shovels it to Brewer. Back to James Harden for three. That's good. 4 to shoot. Harden has to hurry. 2 to shoot. The runner, and good. And they swing it. Josh Smith, hard dribble to the bucket. The kick out top of the arc. Fear the beard.
10 games this year of 25 or more points. He only had 8 in his entire career. That's 2. And 1 for Harden.
2 minutes to play. Here comes Harden. High stepping into the front court. Left hand, double clutch. Got it.
You cannot stay in front of him.
The guard's right. You're 100% right. Now Harden driving to the basket, lays it up and in.
Great penetrator, isn't he? He's really something.
Here comes Harden. They double team him as he crosses the midcourt line. Pulls up for three. Wow! Fear the beard. 106-102. Harden again, the crossover down the lane off the glass end in. Here he comes. The bearded one.
They missed a lot of games due to injuries, and that's why Norris Cole has been a starter most of the year.
Good basket. James Harden from the three-point line and 89% from the free throw line. How are you going to stop that runaway train? Turnovers by Houston. And James hanging out in the weeds. Gets the steal, lays it up and in for 2.
What a great move by the Beard.
Monty Eunice and at times Dwight Howard. Anthony Davis back on the floor as well as a Jensen. And right out of the break, they got to look for Harden in a late close. First triple.
James has got the basketball. Here come the Rockets trying to get a little closer. Oh, what a move by James Harden. Oh, brother.
Quiet.
Harden. Lead of 17 behind the arc for New Orleans. James open on a pick and roll. They're not giving Eric Gordon any help over there. James tipped it up and in.
I think he was kind of in between a floater and a jumper.
Nobody wants to shoot it right now from behind the arc, and I don't blame him. Harden takes it in for 2. Houston 1 for 8 in this quarter. New Orleans 1 for 7. And Harden. It's Harden time. James. Big step to the middle for 2. James Harden with another unbelievable shot.
Harden steps back.
Beautiful move. Good job of using his upper body to create some airspace. He was going.
I thought you meant. As Beverly deflects it and steals it, then finds Harden, and Harden lays it up and in. Rockets have come back from 12 down. Well, that's Michael Beasley with the ball. Beasley back in the NBA. They just signed him. He's only had a practice and a shoot-around as Harden flips it up and in. Rose picks up Harden on the switch, and Harden nails the three. They got one, the first one of the night. Howard rips down that rebound, his 7th. Harden drives past, and no defense that time from Chicago. Do you just try and go at him and try and get him to pick up that 5th?
No, because you can go out of character. When you look at the Bulls offensively right now, there's not a guy where you can say, give him the ball and go at James Harden.
Harden connects. Huge third quarter for James Harden. Harden for 3. Puts it in. And it's back to 10. Corey Brewer back out Harden. Harden launches a 3-pointer. That's good. 32 now for Harden, and it's back to 10 again, which is pretty impressive, again, considering the minutes that he plays and how aggressively he defends. Harden knocks it down, and the foul.
Missed a significant amount of time.
Beverly with the steal. Beverly now. Harden, it's one of the things you can't do against a Rocket, and he recognized Valanciunas on the inside.
Well, James Johnson, everybody knows he can pass the ball, and he's a willing passer. He likes to pass the ball and create situations.
Take 25 free throws and make 96% of them since Michael Jordan in 1987. And a bucket in the paint. Harden.
He's just so tough. Yeah, so tough when he gets into that paint. They're also very, very good at that. They always try to lift you. They're not. Most of those guys don't try to dunk over you. They'll try to lift you and get to the free throw line.
And one. Harden is so good at getting to the rim. Loose ball, scooped up, handled by the Rockets. Here comes Harden with life. Harden to the rim.
Quick move by Harden at the other end.
Brewer back to Ariza. Up top, here's Harden. Steps into a wide open 3. It's a 2-point game. Field goals made. Harden trying to shed Ross. Step back, hand in the face.
You see how strong he is? He just bumped off T. Ross, and T. Ross bounced off him.
Howard on a handoff for Harden. Harden.
Same play. Corey Joseph is trailing. Biyombo's got to be there.
Brewer off of the bench with 21. Harden the 3, good. He's got 32 now. Good communication there with Biz and DeRozan. And Harden the deep 3.
That's a deep 3 with DeMar DeRozan's hand right in his face.
What a find he has been.
You're not kidding. The last time he saw Houston, he had 28 points, 8 steals.
Now Noel in charge of James Harden. The man of many moves. Harden, though, just 2 of 9 for his efforts. He has 7. She'll be reporting back. Here now the Rockets out of the timeout. Sean Holmes back into the game, and Harden starting to find his game. 13 first-half turnovers. Harden taking a former teammate. That'll be a goaltending on Sean Holmes. One terrific run, and it's been an arm's length lead for them ever since. Harden connects, he's got 18, and now he's high man of the game.
Back to Harden, all the way to the bucket. There's that extra gear we talked about.
Wow. Harden in the open floor where he is just, he could be unstoppable. 12-3 of the game for the Sixers. They're down a deuce. Harden against Covington, all the way to the cup for 2.
Overall, 2 for 3, shooting the 3 early and have a 10-4 lead. Harden gets in the paint.
Boy, makes it look easy. He goes hard into the basket.
He went left. He fakes you right.
Off the bounce. McDaniels finds Harden. Crowded defending. Step away by Harden goes. Bradley will try. Nope. Outlet to Harden. Marcus Smart back defensively, and Harden gets two. Harden at the other end buries the three. Harden just right to the basket. Keeps it a 4-point game. Harden just looking to take the ball. Oh, just get out of my way. Outside Ariza. Nearly traveled with it. Loops it to Harden. 5 on the shot clock. Harden clears and gets 2. This is where Harden is at his best.
Team more offensive minded than they already are. You got a hot player on the road, you got to keep him on the floor.
Something about the month of March for Mr. Walker.
James Harden throws it in.
The Rockets give up too many points as a team.
It's not his fault. There's James from the outside, finally hits one. Weber floats it up short. White with a great outlet pass to James. James waits his turn. He wanted Tony Allen to catch him, see if he could get a three-point play out of it, but it didn't happen. It'll be a nightmare for Dave Yeager and his staff now as they try to finish out this regular season. James steps back and hits. Good.
That can run as hard as he does night after night off the screens.
James Harden gets to the line more than anybody in the NBA, and you see why there.
Jordan, you're very happy with the fact that he's second in rebounding and second in block shots.
He knows his role and he sticks with it as Harden cans a three.
Because he's at the bottom of the net on almost all of his attempts.
Here's James Harden for three. Second three-pointer for Harden.
Take care of your defensive board over 48 minutes against Houston. That's big.
Harden gets the bounce. 13 first quarter points for James Harden. Harden gets past Aldridge and lays it in for his 15 points. Harden penetrating and puts it up and in. Terrific drive and finish by James Harden. Didn't pass the physical, and the trade was rescinded. Harden counted and a foul.
You can't give up on him.
Far by this Clipper defense. Harden has 22 points, looking for more, gets it, switching it home over Jordan as he can. Rockets trying to avoid falling back to 500 with a loss. Harden hands his third three-pointer. Montrezl Harrell, the rookie from Louisville, is getting some time here in the fourth quarter. Harden for three, got it. 30 points for James Harden. Here come the Rockets. Harden again spotting up. This one has to go down, and it does. Back-to-back triples for Harden, and the Clippers call for time.
My answer to everybody, Google. Ooh, good save by James. Rolls to the basket for two.
For the T-Wolves.
Yeah. James puts up a long three to beat the buzzer. Slides it out. At Beverly, under 10 seconds on the shot clock. James turns, fires, hits. Okafor's having a pretty good season too, but he's also on a bad team, Philadelphia.
But those bad teams are the ones that get the lottery picks.
And Dwight made him change that shot. Out to James, sets for a three on the fast break. Now to James, working on Levine. James across the middle with the left-handed shot. If you're going to push James one way or the other.
Career high in points is 18 points. One more three will get him to that mark.
Oh, nice pass to James Harden, cutting to the basket, and Harden with 20 points. Bella gets the rebound. Over to James Harden. Harden will fire a three. Backed off of him too far. It's up a three just off the back of the iron. James. Oh, what a move on Rubio, and puts it up and in. Capella. Knife it in between them as Harden puts it up and in. That double team didn't get there fast enough. He's had to try to guard Harden all night. That's a thankless job. And Harden puts it up and in. And Levine did a pretty good job on him, too.
Time and just beat the 8-second count. Now throws down a dunk. Timeout Atlanta. Set. Pass deflected by Montejunas. Harden. Hawks timeout. Jeff Teague on the turnover. Here comes Harden. And Houston has cut it to 3. Harden. Hawks have lost their rhythm momentarily. 3:40 left to play here before halftime. Harden over Millsap. And with that, Houston ties the game. The rebound. Hawks should have in the vicinity of 7 or 8 seconds coming back. James a pull-up for 3. Harden's got 16. Live with rejection. 66-64 Atlanta. Harden ties it.
Part of life, isn't it?
Yes. 20 points for James. 673 Hawks. Tim Hardaway after getting hot. Hardaway strokes at 3. Can't give him that kind of airspace.
Remember, many years ago, as Harden knocks it down, there was a trade between San Antonio and what was just an innocent move on the part of Dwight Howard. Nice move there by James Harden.
I feel bad for Randy Foye.
A save, but ends up in the hands of Harden. He has a rebound on the wing, but Harden takes all the way.
Harden now 3 of 9 from the floor.
Gets the screen. Morrow lost his footing. There's Harden for 3. So Harden, as this game has progressed, has come on. Played only 27 games. Montejunas off the steal. Here comes Harden. They were going for a while with Josh Smith in the starting lineup. Harden on the drive, and it leads to a timeout call. Shot clock to 5. Harden on a crossover. Harden to the bucket. Nice move. Harden off the inbounds. With that hesitation move on Robertson, who stepped away, and Harden knocks down a 3.
There's a turnover by Favors. Pat Beverly giving it up to James. Wide open look. Hits the 3. James right. He was right behind Gobert. Gobert never saw him. In there on the other side as Hood takes it to the basket. Good defense. Rockets come away with the basketball in the open court. It's Harden all the way. That step back, so deadly. That's a lethal shot right there, folks. Point Rockets lead.
And that's the first point of the game for Rodney Hood.
James cooking. Charles getting it back to James. What a great job by James Harden. White trying to set a pick for James. Boy, he's tough from that elbow. He's got to step up and score.
Yeah.
And maybe not. Maybe James can do it all by himself. He is. Valanciunas with the tip would not go. In the open court, James all the way to the bucket. Good start for Houston.
2 really guys who can have a big impact in the playoffs.
That's a strengthened position, no doubt about it. James floats it up and in. Harden picked up by Joseph. What a move by James, and he finished it off. In his 7th year out of Wake Forest.
Yeah, you got to put it together consistent.
James puts up a 3. Turned it over, and Norman Powell missed the layup. There's James with a big step to the bucket. There you go.
Defense.
3 seconds. James puts up the shot, and it goes. Was that a three? I think it was. It was ahead most of the game until the fourth quarter when the Rockets outscored Toronto by 14 points. And they did it a lot on plays like that. James hits around Powell for two. And the professional rank.
And it's after the guy's already taken flight.
That's right.
Which is dangerous.
Like right there. He takes flight a lot, doesn't he? It's Harden time. It's Harden time. At the buzzer. They put on Toronto. James over Patterson. Yes! That's a three-pointer.
That's right. You got to take that chance with him. They got two people back.
Terry to Harden for his first points.
See, they're getting themselves out in transition.
C.J. Miles has a couple of field goals early and tried to make a pass through three Rockets.
He had to get out of the way. You can see Miles Turner was back there, but he wouldn't go for the block because he has 2 fouls and wants to stay on the floor.
For playoff position, it is Paul George guarding James Harden.
He's there. He's there. When he gets to you that quickly, he's at the rim for the Pacers.
DJ Bickerstaff has gone deeper into his bench. KJ McDaniels, second year out of Clemson, is in.
He's a shooter.
Chance to make it a one-possession game on the three. Good by Harden. After they jumped out to a 16-point lead, Harden to tie it.
But it's almost an unfair matchup because Lavoy Allen out on Harden, the way he can shoot it.
Who played a season and a half in Houston. He has 4. Harden quickly to the rim.
They really did. He caught Jordan Hill and just turned him around and took his feet out from under. Oh, this guy's strong. I'm telling you, he is really strong. It's George Hill who does a really good job on him, and he is able to stay under control. You get in games that have a playoff kind of feel for it.
Lawson was trying to feed the ball to Mahimi, and now Harden goes the other way. We're tied at 81. Just over 8 minutes to play. Harden for 3. James Harden did not hit a 3 in the first half. He was 0 for 5.
To find Paul George there, but they come to you.
25 for Paul George. Harden to the basket. It crawls in.
It sure does.
Declaring for the assembled media in New York over the weekend that this Cleveland team was capable of winning a championship. As James Harden in Loans Arena, just a couple of weeks away from the end of the regular season. Big one tonight for both of these clubs, especially Houston, as Harden goes over the shoulder. Irving bobbled the pass, just trying to guide it into the hands of Thompson, but it's ripped away by Capella. Harden, beautiful sidestep, working around Dellavedova. Just excellent defense by Beverly. Harden on a 3. Boy, the contact was coming from the back.
Hand at the high pick and roll, depending on how they play. If they blitz, you have 2 guys in the corner. If not, attack.
Harden doing just that. Going glass.
3 fouls in 12 seconds. Here comes Harden to the rack. He scored 3 in a row. Now give him 16.
3. Won't go. Rebound Beasley. Rockets inching a little bit closer. Harden with a runner. To the Rockets up by a point. Rockets 36 and 38. Harden on a 3. He got it.
Chicago is as banged up as any team in the league and holding right now onto a thread health-wise. Harden with a 3 from outside.
For this game tonight, block shot there by Howard on Portis.
Early release, Harden working into Powell at the other end. And so far, James Harden with a couple of shots in a 7-0 run. Who is from Switzerland, picks it up. Beverly, they blitz him. Harden right into Gasol. Got it to go. To begin the season and lost the job. Has come out and firing tonight. Reg, he's been terrific. Harden with a nice corkscrew fadeaway mid-range shot right there for Houston.
Make sure Dwight Howard from that weak side was not going to have a say in that finish.
Boy, Harden again takes it hard to the rack. To begin the second half for the Rockets.
Blue guy, he does everything. Back to the, oh my goodness.
What a move by Harden! And he drops the sledgehammer. What a play! The move, the drive, and dropping the anvil.
Far, he's been the only answer here in this third quarter.
It's a mid-range job offered up by Harden.
Big ones there by Mirotic.
Here's the drive by Harden, puts up a three. Butler defends. That is good by James Harden.
Rockets, the fourth highest scoring team in the NBA. Harden creates some space and gets the nice soft roll. Howard, one to shoot. Harden's got to put it up. Fires away and hits the three as the shot clock expires.
To the rim, offensive rebounding.
And a foul drawn, count it, and one. There goes Harden again. And his Kansas didn't stand a chance.
Mike, should he be in the Hall of Fame? And the answer for me is unquestionably, he's a Hall of Famer.
James Harden is defending Kansas. Scratch the offense and give him the basketball.
Harden blows by the defense. That was poor defense that time from the Thunder. Ariza ahead to Harden. Harden drives and banks it in. Went right at Durant. I'm slow to get up. Rockets trying to take advantage. Harden hits a three. And a quick timeout.
Like I asked Michael Beasley, what's the difference here in Houston? And he said the players and coaches believe in me. He said, I'm not playing worried about making a mistake. I'm just playing free.
Harden spins, steps back, puts it in. Rockets lead. Patrick Beverly back in, so is Dwight Howard. Harden given some room. Westbrook backed off, and Harden takes advantage. Shot clock at 5. Harden for three. Back-to-back threes for Harden. And it's a tie game again. Harden backs in, steps back, jumper. It's good.
Starting in place of Darren Williams, who's still out with that groin/abdominal strain. Harden steps back and nails the jumper. A three-pointer for Harden.
Stands out by half court. Here's Harden, pulls back, jump shot, got it.
It's great defense, but as our partner Mark Jackson always says,
Harden trying to force the opportunity, knocks down the shot. Don't forget we got the third at halftime.
Then Jerry Sloan, his toughness, his teaching, and his tenacity. And really, he just had your interactions with him as another coach were straightforward.
Now the Western Conference playoff picture, but a victory would put him right back in it. And as Harden steps back and hits it. A three-pointer for Harden and a 4-point lead for Houston. Brewer the two-pointer. Ball tipped. Terry, Harden, three-pointer, puts it in. Harden gets away from Matthews, tries to draw the foul, and one. James Harden. Two good looks from downtown. As Harden gets inside, draws the foul, and banks it in.
Pat Beverly will bring it up again. Harden had 4 threes last night in Dallas. He's been shooting that three well here lately. James one-on-one with his old nemesis, and he puts it up and in.
A three-point line and shoot it like it's a layup.
Alex Lynn back into the game now, and James shoots it over Booker. Booker wasn't ready. No shot clock. Rockets with 37 points already. Harden to the basket for 39. For P.J. Tucker. And the Rockets lead by 1. Harden gets it off with 2.5 seconds left.
Been around a long time.
He and JB are about the same age. There's a block by Ariza. James looks around, says, I got the best shot. I'll take it. Under a minute left to play in the third quarter. James Harden to the basket. Three-point attempt by Tucker. Jason Terry gave it a... Well, that's not the way you nap it up. Now 7 seconds on the shot clock. It's Harden time as he goes to work.
Beautiful. So hard for one guy to guard the beard.
Not only for this game, but maybe for any ambitions the Rockets may have of going to the NBA playoffs. And there's a turnover by the Lakers right away. James to the basket. The ball right now. There's James. Not a lot of movement. Harden puts it up. It's almost like James
inspired millions of kids around the world for his generation.
James to the basket for 2 and 1. And there's number 13 pulled up short on the rebound. Beasley gets it back out. Harden with a 3. He had 2 in the last game against Phoenix. He's got 2 here tonight. There's a pass to nowhere. Right into the hands of Harden. Double team contested in the backcourt. James is going to end up with it after hustle by Beverly. Blocked by Dwight Howard. Harden in the open court. Harden floats it up and in.
Right, and you can just throw it back down.
Well, you got to go for it. If you don't go for it, you're not going to get it.
2-point game. James to the basket for 2 and 1. Was on the bench, and it looked like he really hurt his shoulder. He was getting looked after. Harden floats it up and in. James Harden starting to take over. Up the court by the Lakers. Clarkson has the ball stripped free by Jason Terry, and James finishes it off. And tipped away by Dwight Howard. James with a 3. James Harden. James Harden. Black switches over to get him. Oh, that's deep. That's way out.
On the money. Montana to Rice.
Montana.
The Lakers, they did what they were supposed to do.
Well, the Rockets now will go to 39 and 41. James puts the capper on Kobe Day.
Performing, or they just couldn't sustain leads because they couldn't make shots when they went to their benches. James Harden knocks down the jump shot.
Jumper, he was hitting those in Portland though. Harden, the Euro step around Wiggins.
He's coming at you full speed like that. Minnesota these last 3 games.
Had a really good road trip. Jimmy had 11 assists and 1 turnover in those 3 games. James Harden with his second triple of the game.
Early in the corner, but he was more guarded than Zach was. Great decision by Tyus Jones.
Harden gets fouled by Bielitsa as he goes by. That's going to be the second of the game on Belly. Harden over Tayshaun, drills it. Wolves still only 9 made buckets. 19 makes for Houston and make it 20. Watch them go 7 of 11 from the free throw line. And Harden makes it 8 of 12 from downtown.
James Harden pick and roll game, throwing it out to the pocket pass decision maker, who's able to get easy baskets for James Harden.
Harden, first points of the second half for Harden season. 1,473 points. He passes Leitner's 1,472. Harden quickly on the other end.
Kevin Garnett has scored over 19,000 points in a Timberwolves uniform. Man, they're just cannon jumpers now.
Harden. He has pretty much had his way here tonight. Harden executes it perfectly. Jumps over Buddha on the baseline.
Foot, he says, so at least he was embarrassed about the rest as he put something on his. And there's a fast break by James.
He was a starter for the Kings at the beginning of the season. Had some injuries.
How about that? That was not a shot from the paint. This one not either, as Harden puts it up for 3. James Harden's really been shooting that three-point shot.
In every game they play for 48 minutes, they're a much better team when they do.
Dukin rims it out. Back to James the other way. Puts it up and in.
Tough shot by the beard.
He doesn't have to share with anybody. Nope. He's 36% three-point shooter on the season. And James win games in the West.
Yeah, McLemore's still hot. He's the one guy putting up numbers.
He's a good player.
Well, he was a starter for the Kings most of the year.
Yeah. Ball is loose. Up ahead to James.
To Charlotte.
Okay.
But he was the guy I had to guard every time we played against the Hornets. Could not leave him.
Can't leave that guy either. Just amazing.
Undersized, he makes up for it in quickness and intelligence.
Oh, what a great move. Dwight with rebound number 8. James from the top. Hit. James Harden now with 28 points.
Possessions in the game.
Oh, there's a block shot by Dwight. Fast break by Harden all the way to the bucket. Started one end with defense, ended with offense at the other. Talking about the MVP, of course Steph Curry's your MVP, but
Westbrook.
You got to put Westbrook right in there.
As he was in the conversation.
Oh, Harden with another three.
How can you go 40-1 at home and be under the radar?
Unbelievable.
Well, there's a 2-and-1 for Harden.
Josh Smith has come on for the Rockets. Harden with Livingston on him. Harden rattles it in as the shot clock expires. A very nice season as the backup center. Harden runs right at Ezeli and backs it in.
The other thing Capella does so well, he's a very good screen setter.
Guarding his ankle. And that right ankle was the one that he had the surgery on. Harden with his first three-pointer.
Rocco gets up at noon every day.
You're better than that, Rocco.
Come on, Rocco.
Harden knocks down the three-pointer. Tuning in, he tweaked his right ankle in the first half. Tried to return as Harden glides to the basket with no resistance. Harden, spot up three, that's good. And a quick timeout from Steve Kerr.
Harden on the drive. I don't know if he's trying to flip it to Howard or flip it toward the bucket, but went in.
I don't think Howard knew if that was a shot or a pass. He went after it. Had he not run immediately, Draymond Green was leading him, saying, "Okay, buddy, let's get going together." And he caught it just in time before he went past the basket.
Harden met by Thompson, who was an excellent defender. There's Harden putting it back and finally hits a perimeter shot.
It's because of that, dramatic surgery they had to do on him to get him back playing again.
Crowd thought that Harden pushed off. He backs it up. Shot clock to 5. Iguodala got picked off. Harden fired and hits a 3. Good defense here by the Warriors. Harden, Barnes would not reach in, but it did not matter as Harden's able to hit the jumper over him. They were playing without Beverly and Multi-Unis in the playoffs. 2 key players. Harden on a strong move.
I'm careless, nonchalant, because a lot of times they're looking for the home run play.
Harden 0 of 2 when he hits his first of the night right there. Some steals, knocked it away there. Harden flies inside. Green punches it, picked up by Harden. He'll tee up a 3.
Going against a pretty good defender in Ariza.
And he did that in game 2. Crossover, Harden, long 2.
Oh, no, he didn't. Oh, no, he didn't.
Intercepted by Ariza. Another Golden State turnover. Ariza to the rack. Harden taps it in. 14 for James Harden.
In game 3.
Warriors had an early 2-point lead. Rockets have led by 15. Harden puts on the brakes and puts up the triple.
Goodness.
James Harden is cooking.
I always like to attack early when it's just 1-on-1, 2-on-2.
Will get the 3. Draymond thinks he was pushed into it, but it'll be an opportunity for a 4-point play. Back and forth. Down the lane again, and this time finish it. Steve Kerr's going to use the timeout.
Here to get it any closer, but they cannot allow Houston to extend the lead. I think they've got to keep it within 10. So they're making it tough.
Clock at 3. And Harden hits it through. 3 chances for the Warriors to take the lead. Point deficit. Harden down the lane.
Number there on a backdoor play.
7 seconds left. Down to 5. Harden for the lead. He got it!
Warriors have a timeout. It's the last one.
Nice play off the beautiful feed. Final seconds of the first. Terry to Harden. Harden at the buzzer. Oh, he knocks it down! But he's done more damage with the pass. Curry with another bad pass, and this one leading to another layup as Harden throws it down. Thompson on Harden. Thompson behind him. Harden keeps the dribble, steps back, short jumper's good.
That's great defense by Klay Thompson.
Interior passing, so tough to do, they make it look easy. Harden fires and hits from downtown. James Harden has not hit on a good job there by Howard. They swing it back the other way. Harden is open for 3 and hits. James Harden has hit 2 from downtown. James Harden finished second in scoring during the regular season behind.
He just missed that long jumper. Has to get into it and over the screen. That's too easy. It's like a foul shot for Thompson.
How about Harden putting all kinds of moves on up or to the side?
Out wide to the side.
Unable to hit, but rebounds. Harden off the fake. Harden, yes, and he is hot here at the start.
Not there. Stay active on this team. Occupy a defender. Make sure you decide when you're open and make sure you're always a threat.
On Harden, and the foul is called. That puts the Warriors over and the Clippers. James Harden back in, shooting it over Thompson. And again, you can see how careful Klay Thompson is. The hands were up. Does not want to commit a foul.
They'll give him 2. Just don't give him 3 points on a jump shot. Don't foul the jump shooter.
Harden gets was looking to draw the foul. You see he went underneath.
And you're able to put points on the board. That's important as Harden makes a little floating layup.
They had missed their last. Harden went up. Thank you, Ernie. In the fourth quarter underway is Beasley. Beasley on the hop. Harden able to lay it home.
If you're Steve Kerr and his
Terry firing one up. Howard keeps it alive. Harden for 3.